calling all my footy fans from all around the globe. Straight out of NYC, this is The Line Breaker. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to The Line Breaker. My name is Pano.
I'm Demetri, aka Juicy.
And we are back with another episode, but this time it's another Champions League reaction. What are we in now? Game week 4? How could I forget? Game week 4, we are over halfway through the Champions League group stage, and we had another set of wild games this week. How about we think about some highlight? What games stood out to you just from the get-go?
There were plenty of games that stuck out to me.
Why'd you try interrupting me there?
I was getting straight to the point.
You were interrupting me.
No. Plenty of games. Barca, huge loss, played terrible. Kind of not surprising. They've kind of been, I'm not going to say the word, but yeah, they've been bad all year. Newcastle, bunch of frauds, terrible. You know, the game against PSG, they seemed like they were going to turn it around. That was a fluke coming in last place. That team is a bunch of bums. But PSG, another loss. Donnarumma was not welcomed back in Milan. And that group is kind of opened up for the top 3 spots.
To me, the closest game was Atletico Madrid versus Celtic. That was an exciting game.
Yeah. Just a touchdown. Touchdown difference.
No field goal?
No extra point.
No extra point?
And then Wednesday's games, we had, not really surprising, not a huge upset. Copenhagen over Manchester United, kind of expected.
Expected by who? You?
Yeah, I would say so. I think we all saw what was coming. That Man U team has been atrocious all year and just very lucky. I think you could say the same thing. They've been getting by.
My boys Union Berlin with they're on the board. 1 point, baby. 1 point.
Yeah, that's another team that's been struggling in the competition and in their domestic league, and it's going to be tough for them to even come in third. I feel like, you know, it's just one of those games where they got a result.
Let's stop going through results, right? Because we're going to go through them anyway. Let's go to your favorite part of the show. Do you want to sound me out? What's your favorite part of the Champions League recap?
Is it your power picks?
It is. It's Pano's power picks.
I love listening to you speak.
You love the alliteration, don't you?
I do.
All right. So, let's start things off. Should I go with fifth first or first?
Yeah, start with fifth.
Start with fifth. Okay, my fifth choice, and they have dropped. Fifth choice is FC Barcelona. You knew it was coming. They had to drop a few because they dropped points to Shakhtar. Okay, this team, they're from a country that's in a war right now. You just drop points to them. Okay, Laporta couldn't pull any levers for this one. Couldn't pull any levers for this win. So Barcelona are no longer perfect in this match. It's tough for them, but obviously, we still expect them to top the group. But, hey, listen, at the same time, it is 3 points dropped. It is.
Now they're tied for first with Porto.
They are tied for first with Porto. I still expect them to finish in first, but it's definitely a big stumble for La Blaugrana. Is it La?
Yeah.
Because I know Catalan is a little different than Spanish, but okay, we'll go with that. That's my fifth pick. Fourth place in my power rankings is going to be none other than... Who did I pick for my fourth place? I gotta go back to the...
Wasn't it... Oh, you're saying last week?
For my... Who did I pick? Who did I pick for my picks?
Are you talking about last week?
For the game week. No, for the game week. Why am I blanking right now?
You don't know your number 4? It's Sociedad.
Did I say Sociedad?
For after this week's result, yeah.
Oh yeah. I did say Sociedad. That's what it was. That is what it was. So yeah, Sociedad. Why did I blank on Sociedad?
I think they had one of the best performances this week. If you watch the first 30 minutes, they scored 3 goals. had 2 goals disallowed. One was because the player controlled the cross with his hand and then scored, and then the other player was offsides on the second one. And they also missed a penalty because they hit the woodwork. So, 6, great opportunities and, scored 3 within the first 30 minutes. It was one-way traffic. Otamendi was lost.
That's your boy. Sociedad looking good in the league for La Liga, but most importantly, look, we're talking about the Champions League right now. 3 wins and a draw. Of course, they are tied on points with Inter, but at the same time, I think that they're going to finish first in this group. They're playing great. I feel like they've snuck under the radar a little bit, because I don't even think either of us had them in our top 2 when we were doing this. I don't think either of us had them in our top 2. Did you? I didn't. We got to go back to that, but you definitely didn't, right?
I think I might have had them in 3rd.
I think I might have had them at 3rd as well. So yeah, Sociedad at 4. Now, 3rd place, I'm going with Real Madrid. They are still perfect, yes. 4 wins from 4, cruising in this group, already through. They're already guaranteed a spot in the knockouts, and honestly, it's going to take some sort of catastrophic results for them not to finish first in this group. I mean, what can we say about Real Madrid other than the Messiah continues his run?
He didn't play in the game.
He didn't play in the game?
No. Do you think Madrid's better without Bellingham?
Without Bellingham?
Yeah, without Bellingham, the
honestly,
merchant.
Honestly, the game that I had in my head, I totally mixed it up with the game with the previous match week. But look, at the end of the day, it's Real Madrid, 4 for 4. What did you think of their performance against Braga?
I thought it was way better than their previous performance, where they didn't play as well and still got the result. I think this one was deserving, and saw both Rodrigo and Vinny find the back of the net instead of Bellingham hogging up that one late goal.
And Brahim Diaz.
Yes.
How do you... I got to ask, because I know we've kind of talked about Bellingham. They don't have an out-and-out striker in Madrid, and they're still getting these results out. Vinny and Rodrigo are essentially playing like strikers, but they're not really strikers. They're basically split strikers almost. They don't have a recognized number 9. If anything, you could argue that Bellingham is their most recognized number 9, the way that he plays.
Yeah, I think they play with that free roll midfielder that they're getting by on, and have 2 of the midfielders, one of them being Valverde, consistently being a workhorse. And then I think the last game against Braga, they had Cruz, and I think he's just filling in, doing his role, nothing too crazy. But Camavinga and Valverde were the workhorses, and they just let one of the midfielders just roam around and do his thing.
I'm going to pose this question to you later on once we're done with the power rankings, because I feel like we're kind of going on a little bit of a tangent. But I want you to think about this whole striker situation at Madrid, and we'll take it from there, because I do want to get into some of our more future predictions after my power rankings. I'm going to go at number 2. I'm going with Manchester City for obvious reasons. Again, 4 for 4. They're perfect. I said it last week. I don't think anything has changed for them. They're cruising. I genuinely do not think that this team has left first gear in this Champions League group stage. It just seems like they're just getting by. The results are there. The metrics say that they're winning the games, and they deserve to win these games. It's it just seems easy for them.
Yes, and just to add, I don't think De Bruyne has played in any of the games so far, so that can be a reason why they're kind of getting by. Although against Young Boys, your favorite team from Switzerland, they scored 3 and got past pretty comfortably.
And Hojland with another tap-in, right? A tap-in volley from outside the box.
Well, he did score a penalty that game.
All right, Polland?
I don't know. This guy just...
It's not the big game, right? It's not the big game.
Yeah, it's against the Young Boys. Wait until it has a semifinal or a final title on
against
the game.
The big boys?
He's gonna the Young Boys.
Against the old boys. Wait until he gets into a semifinal against the old boys. Who would the old boys be in this case? Would it be Real Madrid? Because
with Cruz and Luka Modric on the field
in the middle. Yeah, for sure. All right. And number one, obviously, because they're going to win the whole thing. I've been telling you guys this. It's going to happen because the Hurricane himself, Harry Kane, the Hurricane, he's unstoppable. The man cannot be stopped.
It's too much to hold that guy off for 90 minutes. I mean, found the back of the net late twice against Galatasaray. And now they secured a spot into the knockout stages with that win.
It helps that they have a terrible group, right? It helps that their group is extremely weak. 3 weak teams in that group, right?
I think Man U's the weakest. I think Copenhagen, Galatasaray are somewhat difficult away when you're playing them away.
It must be said that Manchester United, obviously they're not looking too great, but yeah, we're gonna get into that after. So yeah, that's my power rankings. We're going again in order. First in my power rankings is Bayern Munich. Second is Real Madrid. Third,
second is Manchester City.
Second is Manchester City. I'm in fine form today. Third is Real Madrid. Fourth is Sociedad, which I don't know why I forgot about them. And fifth is FC Barcelona. If you are an Arsenal fan, I'm sorry, but my agenda is strong, and it will continue to be strong. So those are Pano's power picks. I think that we spoke maybe a little bit too much in that than we had to, but you know what? We've been getting a lot of complaints about getting longer episodes, so there you go. The more I talk, the longer the episode is. Are you happy now? Are you happy now, everyone? You get to listen to me talk more. So now let's get into the nitty gritty. I gave you something to think about, and knowing you probably didn't even think about it at all. Real Madrid and their striker situation. Here is my question to you, my main question. Do you think that not having a recognized number 9 in their system, do you think that is conducive to, actually winning this Champions League? Like, do you think that they could actually win this Champions League without a recognized number 9? Don't tell me Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, because I think that's a different story. Although I get shades of it with this team, with like Vinny and Rodrigo basically being like the Mane Salah split striker kind of thing that they were doing at Liverpool. I can see the vision. Do you think that they can win the Champions League with no recognized number 9?
I think they definitely have a shot. I mean, I'm not going to doubt one of the greats, Ancelotti. And I feel like when Bellingham's in his role and that free role, I mean, if you see Real Madrid struggling, I could see Bellingham dropping into the midfield to, give Real Madrid numbers in the midfield. And he's just an absolute workhorse. Legs on him for days. He could run the whole 90 minutes. Valverde's another one. Legs, energy, high intensity. And then you got to respect Vinny's pace and creativity up top if he's one-on-one, even from the half. He pushes it by the outside back, and it causes problems. I'm also not going to doubt a team no matter how old he is. Luka Modric, I think when he's on the field, he just makes the game very simple. Easy passes, breaks down presses, and just makes the game so much easier for everybody else on the field.
I'm going to give you one reason why they don't win it, though.
Kepa.
Thank you. Next. Anyway, moving on. You know me too well at this point. No, but yeah, I saw a Tifo video basically. Like, it was kind of like a funny video talking about like Jude Bellingham. If you guys want a really nice YouTube channel to watch, Tifo Football, they're the best. They're my favorite. I listen to them all the time. They basically made a little funny video. It might have even been Tifo IRL, which is like their more like in-depth stuff. And they basically just like made a joke about how like Bellingham like is like a deep flying second striker, defensive midfielder, false 9, whatever. Like, they just, because he does it all. He could do it all. And he basically is. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. He's he's definitely up there on our future Ballon d'Or winners that we spoke about the other day. I'm gonna go with they can't win the Champions League though, just because I'm high on Bayern Munich, so I'm gonna ride that wave until the wave dies. But it's not dying. I'm telling you right now, it's not dying.
So wait, hold up. So you only see Bayern and City like as potential winners of the competition?
Yes.
You don't give anybody else like a realistic shot.
I don't think that this Madrid team has enough outside of. Well, I'm still hesitant about them being able to score goals against higher level opposition with that unrecognized striker. Because look, Vinny, Bellingham, and Rodrigo are not Salah, Mane, and Firmino in their prime. Those dudes were scoring 30 goals apiece almost in their prime. So I'm not quite seeing that yet. Obviously, they have their midfield. They're well spoken about midfield. I'm more concerned about defense and goalkeeper. So that's why I think that they won't win. In the Champions League, you need to have the best midfield and the best defense. You need to have both of those. If anything, attack maybe comes third out of all those. So I think that Bayern and City are better overall. That's my take. And they have game changers in the front. I don't think that Rodrigo is a game changer. I think that he's a very good player. I don't think that he's world class. You need world class players or a world class system to win the Champions League. You need one of those. And having multiple world class players in the front lines is also great. I don't see it here. Obviously, I'm not saying that Madrid doesn't have world class players. I'm not. That's not what we're trying to get from this. They obviously do, but I think there's more game changers in that Bayern team overall. I know it's a hot take. I know I already see you shaking your head, but that's my take on that. And City speaks for themselves. The only reason why I don't think City could win it again is just because repeating is very rare.
So I'm trying to process what you said. You said Rodrigo isn't a game changer.
He's not a game changer.
Wasn't it 2 years ago that he single-handedly beat City, where he came on as a sub, the super sub, and the Ancelotti eyebrow raise?
Yeah, he also scored against Chelsea late to win that tie too. But it doesn't mean that he's a game changer. Yes, he changed the game by scoring. I don't think he's going to be the reason. Vinicius is a game changer. Vinny's a game changer.
That team just comes up in big moments. So
Bellingham is a game changer.
Never going to doubt them.
Yeah, okay, you could say Real Madrid's heritage, whatever. Yeah, you could argue that too. I don't think that they're going to do it this year. And Rudiger is Rudiger.
That's your boy.
Yeah, but he's playing in a 4-back. I don't know. I'm not sold. He might eat someone, though. I don't know. He does some weird stuff on the field. I don't really know what's up with him. Well, wasn't he, fighting some dude the other day? I don't know. So you're telling me they can. I'm telling you they can't. That's where we're going to go with that. Speaking of can and can't, my next question to you is, can Manchester United squeak through in their Champions League group? It's a very simple question. Yes or no?
No.
Tell me why.
Well, they have a very tough remaining schedule, two games.
Remind me that, or remind me who they're playing?
They're playing Galatasaray away in Turkey and Bayern Munich at home. I think Bayern Munich's the last game of the group stage, and currently the points is Bayern 12, Copenhagen, Galatasaray tied for second place with 4 points, and Manchester United sitting with 3 points. So Manchester United will probably need to win twice to be completely safe, and I don't see them getting 2 wins, especially in a hostile Turkish environment and against Bayern Munich. And then Galatasaray or Copenhagen, they play each other, and I could see either of them winning that last game to give them that extra oomph to pass Man U. But basically, if Man U doesn't win against Galatasaray, I think it's completely done.
Erling, oh my God. Rasmus Hojland, Erling Hojland. Rasmus Hojland hat trick in Istanbul, a la Rooney, to secure the win.
Now that you said that, it reminded me of something. But what I may add, that I forgot to add, Bayern clinched not only going through, but first place. So they may rest players against Copenhagen, but they also may rest players against Manchester United on the last match day. And something that I wanted to add, you know who scored the last goal for Copenhagen against Manchester United this time?
Zeka?
No, a player named Rooney.
Oh, yeah, Rooney Bargy. He's supposed to be a stud. He's 18. He's been linked to
I think
some
he's 17.
17. He might be 17 or 18. I think he's
confirm
18.
that.
He's a stud. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the goal. He's very highly rated. He's actually been linked with a lot of big clubs. He is 17. I thought he was 18. Yeah, he's been linked with a host of top European clubs. Yeah, he's the next big thing, I believe. I believe they're calling him. He's Norwegian, right? Is he Norwegian?
Swedish.
Swedish? They're. I don't know. You know, he's the next big thing.
I mean, with a name like Rooney, you know, you got to be the next big thing.
Yeah, that is actually funny. I totally forgot about like him when I said the whole a la Rooney, because you know Rooney's debut in the Champions League for Man U, he scored a hat trick against Galatasaray, or it might have been Fenerbahce actually, one of the Turkish teams. Either way, I'm gonna let you know right now. I think Bayern sits their team. I think Man U finishes third at the very least. They could realistically finish second with a win and a draw. They could finish second.
Yeah, it comes down with the goal differential, but then I feel like it's a very dangerous game to play. But I don't really see it. I see it going that way.
Look, they've been terrible this entire year, and they're somehow getting results like just complete luck at this point. So I think that they squeak through just because it seems like this is like the definition of this team. They don't deserve it, and they somehow get it. It was like this last year, and it's like this year. You remember the stat I showed you? They should be 11th right now in the Premier League. They should be 11th. That's what the underlying stats tell us. They've been outplayed most of their games this year. I think they've lost most of their XG battles to like the majority of them. So, but they somehow find a way. Bruno with another penalty, Penandes or something, or a late goal after they're playing terrible, where they stick McTominay up top just to head the ball in. A la Fellaini. That's Mick Fellaini for you. The Scottish Fellaini. So I think that they're gonna get through. I think at the very least they're gonna get a Europa League spot.
Yeah, I don't see them finishing in last.
I don't think so either. Which is tough for Copenhagen and Galatasaray, but one of you's got to go. One of you's gonna finish last. It's not gonna be Man U, and it's not because we're high on Man U. It's just this is what it is. Arsenal is cruising, although you know my agenda continues on them. They're cruising pretty well. I think the more interesting battle is who's going to go through in second. PSV in fine form, and Lens with a harsh loss to PSV, losing 1-0. But I'm still going to have faith in Lens to sneak through in this group. And Sevilla, they're going to finish third. Yeah.
You think so?
Listen, man, I don't make up the rules. I don't make up the rules, but Sevilla finishes third. Why, you disagree? Come on, man. Come on.
It's kind of shaky, but you know, I can't doubt Sevilla finishing in third. That's just how they do things. That's how they take care of business.
And I'm going to be here when Berlin finishes at least in third. I'm going to be here for it. Group C, they're going to get points. They're playing Braga next. Win. Guaranteed. Guaranteed dub. Put it in the books now.
That wouldn't be the most surprising result, but they've just been terrible. Like all year, all comps. They go on?
If Berlin doesn't win this game, I will start off the next episode. Oh, we have some time. I will start off the episode after that game by saying I love the mighty Arsenal.
Wait, what if they draw? You're still gonna say it?
Yeah, it's not winning. They have to win.
Okay.
They have to win. They're gonna win this game.
Get ready, everybody. We're in for a treat.
They're gonna win this game. They're gonna beat Braga, and they're gonna sneak in Europa League spots. Bro, this is like your favorite German team.
Mine?
Yeah.
No.
Bro, you're gassing them up so much last year.
They were playing well. This is not my favorite team.
They're still playing decently well.
No, not this year. This year they are actually atrocious.
They're not atrocious.
No, they are.
Oh, actually, they're in last place.
They are atrocious.
They are actually. They're in last place.
Yeah, they're atrocious.
Oh, that's tough. How are they in last? What? How did we miss that? Because wasn't Mainz in last time we did our Bundesliga? That was last week.
Listen, I told you they've been terrible, so it's just the way things go. I don't
All right,
know.
well, that's tough.
It's
All right,
tough to explain.
it is. It's tough in a lot of ways. Sociedad, Inter, Salzburg, Benfica. Sociedad, man.
Yeah,
These Spanish teams are different.
Yeah, Sociedad's been playing well.
There's only 3 relevant leagues in Europe, by the way. Name them for me.
Name them.
Yeah.
The Premier League, La Liga, and Ligue 1.
Why do you have to lie? The only correct answer is the Greek Super League.
That's not lying.
What is lying is that Olympiacos are the best team in Europe.
Yeah, that's all.
That's a huge lie, massive lie.
But yeah, third best league is the Bundesliga.
Third best league, easily. And nobody else is close. That's why Inter is not finishing first in this group. That's why, because Pano hates Serie A. Pano has an agenda against Arsenal and Serie A, and then Tonali in that order. Not golf. Golf is lower on my list. I feel like you don't want to talk about this group. Why do you hate this group? You don't like the Austrians or the Portuguese? You love Portugal.
What group?
You're a big fan of Portugal, bro. You always talk to me about Portugal.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You're a big fan. Infrastructure, everything.
No.
The laws, everything.
No. What group? The Benfica group?
Yeah, Group D.
Yeah, no. I'm not a big fan of Portugal.
Aren't you
Their
on a
soccer
vacation
teams,
there?
I would say. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward group.
If you say so. All right, moving on to another straightforward group.
Wait, no, it actually is a straightforrait group. It's just a matter of who finishes first and second.
Well, yeah, because you have 10, 3, and 0.
Yeah.
So that might be the biggest gap, right? I think it is.
Look at the city group. I think it was 12-9 and then
1-1. Oh yeah, that's another bad one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other one basically. But hey, the Atletico Madrid Lazio group is way closer than you think. Madrid is not surefire to finish first in that group, but I'll tell you who is surefire to finish last. That's the mighty Celtic.
Do you think Feyenoord can sneak in to the top 2?
No.
No, they've been playing great.
I know
great
you're gassing
ball.
them up. Nope.
No.
I know you like them, but no. Nah, definitely not. Lazio, man. Maurizio, sorry, ball. Speaking of really bad last place teams, though, my favorite team, Newcastle United, Group F.
Yeah, they are awful. They had that one fluke game where I bought in, but they don't go into games to win. They go into games not to lose. They sit back.
And they just run hard.
Yeah, they just sit back and let the pressure come, and you just can't do that in the Champions League when you're quote unquote a big team or competitive. You gotta take your chances or take it to the other team at some points, but they just invite the pressure and they paid the price.
They give me Liverpool light vibes, not just in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, and that's not a long-term playing style that's like conducive. And when I say Liverpool light, that's like low-key kind of disrespectful to Liverpool. They're finishing last in this group. Milan is doing a really good job of looking just as bad as them, though. Even with the drippiest footballer in all of Italy, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, running the show over there. Don't talk to me about Pulisic. He's injured again, so that's all you need to know about that.
Oh, and just to add, Milan scored their first goals of the Champions League against PSG.
It's a Grimace miracle. Oh yeah, they beat PSG.
Yeah, they beat them 2-1. Donnarumma got
Donnarumma. I saw that. That was bad.
Yeah.
You think how much do you think it costs to print out those dollars of Donnarumma? I think it costs a lot.
No, it was fake.
Can anyone get the numbers on that?
It was fake.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware it was fake. Thank you very much. I mean, weren't they dollars too? It's not like they were euros. Yeah, it's not like they're. It's not. That doesn't work. Eurorama. That doesn't work. Print out dollars, straight dollar bills. It doesn't work the same. These Italian. I will say, Italy definitely is top for for tifos and fans, and also craziness of fans.
I agree.
You know what? I might have to backtrack on that statement. They're high on tifos.
You can say that.
The energy of their fans is high. I'll put it that way. Doesn't make them any good. High energy. I am like enemy number one of Serie A. I must be, right? PSG Dortmund. Who's finishing first?
I gotta give it to PSG. I'm not gonna.
Dortmund has been terrible in the Bundesliga and terrible for their standards.
Have they been?
I mean, they're fifth right now. They're fifth. No, they're fifth. Behind Leipzig. They're 2 points behind Leipzig. They lost to who'd they lose to last game? They lost to Stuttgart.
They've been playing well though. They're like up there. They're top 3, no?
I mean, they're the second biggest club in the Bundesliga, so they should be up there, and they're fifth. So I think anything worse than second is a failure for them. They're 8 points behind Leverkusen, by the way. For reference, undefeated Bayer Leverkusen. But again, we don't have to talk about their league form because this is the Champions League. Anything can happen. I still think that PSG finishes first in this group, despite greedy Mbappe leading the line for them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna doubt Mbappe.
Did you read that? The little headline on Twitter that was making the rounds where like his teammates apparently are concerned that he's all for himself. Come on, man. I could have told you that one.
I didn't read that, but I wouldn't. That's not a surprising headline.
I've also read that his dream move to Real Madrid is basically dusted. Like it's clipped. And that Madrid is turning their attentions towards Erling Haaland, a recognized number 9. That makes sense. Makes complete sense to me.
Yeah, Florentino Perez has that pull, and he's not gonna sit and wait around for Mbappe.
When Big Flo's call comes in, you don't ignore it. It's different. It definitely hits different. He's got that aura about him. That 4-letter word starts with an A. Aura. I'll have you with that. Mbappe, though, maybe he moved to the Premier League. That's the only other place that could afford him. This screams Manchester United, 200 million.
Or Chelsea.
There goes Rashford, and no, I don't think so. But okay, PSG in first. That brings us to our last two groups. Manchester City, Leipzig, Red Star, Young Boys. I am sorry to say, but Young Boys are going to finish in last in this group. Are
you depressed?
Our Serbian brothers are going to finish.
Whoa! Are you upset about that?
About Young Boys finishing in fourth?
Yes.
I don't even know why you say that they're my favorite team in Switzerland, because the best team in Switzerland is obviously FC Basel.
Okay, but you're a front runner? You're trying to tell me?
Yes.
Oh wow! Shocker! Shocker!
Yeah, come on. Of course I'm a front runner, man. I'm a Chelsea fan. You know, most successful English club of the last 20 years. We had some of our friends tell us though that we had a very low IQ friend of ours compare them to the New York Jets. Mind you, the New York Jets haven't won anything since the 60s. The only club with a new stadium who haven't won anything since the 60s, anything of relevance since the 60s, are not playing in Europe this year. Their name is Tottenham Hotspur. So that's the only club I could think of with a relatively new stadium and who don't win anything and always underperform. Like the Mets, for instance, you know? I know we're getting into American football and two underperforming teams, we'll put it this way. High market underperformers. You know, how to throw that out there. But why are we talking about teams that couldn't come anything close to a trophy? Let's go back to what we were talking about. Treble winners, Manchester City. Yes, treble. Yes, they did win the treble, indeed. Yeah, I don't even know. They finished first in this. I don't even know why we're even talking about this group. Next, Leipzig second. Yep. Okay. Cool. Cruising. And finally, my pick to finish first in this group is the Royal Anteaters. Also, yo, tell me how
you really can't do math.
I've been calling.
You really can't do
Tell me
math.
how I've been calling them the Royal Anteaters this whole time. And isn't the belly goal meme an anteater?
Yeah.
Belly goal.
It's a sick anteater.
Belly goal. Bro, when you sent that to me, I lost it. If you don't know what we're talking about, you need to look this up. Belly goal. Do you just look that up and that'll come up? Belly goal?
Oh, yeah. It'll probably
Easily,
come
right?
up. Yeah, it's a thing.
I don't know why. I think it's hilarious. Belly goal. Everything sounds funnier in Portuguese, too. So, yeah, the Royal Anteaters to finish first in this group, right?
No.
So Shakhtar to play Europa League in Poland again? Are they playing in Poland, right? Is that what they play?
I believe so, and yeah, I could see them. They're competitive, and I think they'll do somewhat well in the Europa League. But yeah, I don't see them.
They'll probably knock out Olympiacos in the first round.
We'll see
That's
about
if
that.
that's if Olympiacos goes through, right? Got to see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think this group. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Porto finishes in first.
You're
but
gassing it. Come on.
I know I'm not. I'm really not. But
No way.
I would say that Barca finishes in first, but I wouldn't be surprised if they finish in second. But they need to finish first badly to not match up with like a heavyweight in the first round.
There aren't really any like heavyweight groups though. If you really deep it, unless no, there's like basically no group where the second, unless you count the PSG Dortmund group. But other than that, like no, they should finish first. If they finish second, it's tough because you're talking about City, PSG. Maybe a good draw for them would be Madrid, right? Atletico Madrid.
They can't draw a Spanish team in the first round.
Oh, right. So that's even worse for them. Oh, Sociedad. So yeah, they have to. They kind of have to finish. Yeah, they have to finish first. No, they'll do the job. Their next match is against who are they playing next? Porto. They'll win the game.
That's gonna be the
Pepe will kick someone and get a red card. Don't worry about it. It's in. That's another one. I see the future. So there you have it. Barca in first. Even though Dimitri's trying to downplay them now. Now you want to treat them like underdogs because they lost to the Ukrainians.
it'd be like that.
Yeah, it really do be like that. Do you have anything else for us, Demetri?
No, just wanted to highlight that I think Newcastle is finishing in last, and Man U will not get through.
I keep telling you though, Man U is gonna get through. They're definitely getting Europa League. You can't tell me that they're not gonna get Europa League.
Yeah, that's a letdown for them though.
Do you really think that's a? Okay. Is it a letdown though?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's finishing top scorer in this entire Champions League? Mind you, Rasmus Hojland is fifth, right? Has 5 goals. He's first right now with Morata.
Hojland's in first.
Morata is tied with him with 5 goals.
Well, here's my thing with my problem with Hojland finishing in first is if that you don't go to the knockout stages, how are you going to finish in first when other players are racking up goals?
That's fair. That's a fair point.
So I think it has to be from a team that will go deep, and teams that will go deep are City, Bayern, maybe Atleti if they get lucky. By the way, Morata has 5, but
Funny that you mentioned that.
Griezmann has 4.
So does Haaland. And
No, but I'm
Kane.
saying Morata and Griezmann are in the top 3, but they're on the same team.
That is pretty impressive. But Atletico Madrid also beat Celtic 6-0. So when you're playing against Scottish farmers,
Listen, sometimes it can just come down to the luck of the draw and who you're playing, you know. But overall, I think Harry Kane's gonna come out on top.
I'm gonna agree with that one also. He's gonna score a hat trick against Man U. So yeah, belly goal is not he's not winning it.
No, he's gonna fall off.
Belly goal, I can't do that. Danilo Sikan on Shakhtar Donetsk is also up there. 22-year-old, 6'1" forward. He's looking pretty. I like it. Okay. So that just about wraps up our Champions League game week 4 recap. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say. So, and I'm pretty sure that Demetri is tired of talking because he's lazy. He doesn't like doing work. So yeah. On that note, this was our Champions League game week 4 roundup. My name is Pano,
I'm Demetri, aka Juicy.
and we're out of here.